Hi guys, my name is Ali Jr. and this is my very first tutorial and my first video with commentary as well. So I hope you enjoy learning something on how you can make a custom weapon for Doom. With that said, let's get started. First of all, let me just show you an example. Here are some sprites that I painted. This is the Brutal minigun, which I showed in my last video. It's basically the one from Brutal Doom, with the style. Actually, it just has the style of Brutal Doom, but it is obviously different. And this is what is called a decorate file. It's like a script. It is a script. All of these are sounds. Let me play that for you, so you can hear it. So I already did the minigun, but I actually want to make a mod for a rocket launcher in this tutorial. And this is going to be a Doom style weapon, so I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to pause the tutorial at this part. So I found the rocket launchers. They're over here in Doom 2. I'm going to copy them and take them to a directory. If you don't have a directory for all your Doom edits, Doom sprites, go to File. Actually, you can't do that. Just copy the files into a folder. You click Open Directory. So you'd make the folder outside of Slade, and then you would open it up in Slade. So I'm gonna copy the rocket launcher, putting it here, so I can access it outside of Slade, and also so I can edit it in my photo editing software. I'll convert these to PNGs, and it has to be true color. If it's paletted, you're gonna have a really hard time. So let's convert them. Now they're PNGs. Let's save them. And I'm already in Doom Edit, so where is it? Okay, they're here. I'm gonna open it in GIMP, which is my photo editing software. You could also use Photoshop for this, or even Paint.net. So first of all, I'm gonna press Ctrl X to cut that out temporarily. And then let me scale up the image so I have more room to edit and add stuff. So multiply it by 1 point, maybe 5 or 4. I'll take this back in here, and maybe we can move it to the left, so because we're not really gonna have much on this side, or maybe we will. I'm just working on it right now. So I'm gonna find a sprite where he has his hands out. So I'm gonna pause the video for that. So I did find a sprite that I could use for creativity purpose, and that is the shotgun. I'm just gonna use the hand from the shotgun because it looks like it's in the same position to hold a rocket launcher as well. So I'm just gonna cut out the shotgun, as you would expect. And cut out all this checkered background. That's for the alpha to tell you, just like these checkers in this background. Okay, so now I'm gonna just move it down here. The way I'm talking. and more erasing to do. What about that? I'm just gonna merge these down and layer to image size. And in Brutal Doom, because this is gonna be another Brutal Doom style weapon, the magazine tube, the revolver magazine, looks kinda like a minigun, right? I think we can agree on that. So I'm gonna use my brutal chain gun. Let me open this up quickly. Maybe this one. So let me select a little bit of it. Actually, maybe this whole bottom part instead. Let me copy that. Paste it here. It might look kind of funny, but who cares? Maybe we need to change the aspect ratio of this layer. And of course we have to move this under and put it down there. Also, one thing is this tool called perspective change, and we have to distort it a little bit to change it to make it look like it's part of the gun, not just an image plopped in there. You don't want it to look like that. So I'm going to quickly do that too. Even more changing. There's a lot of tweaking to do, right? But instead, just so it doesn't look like a chain gun plopped in there, because it shouldn't look like that anyways, I'm going to erase this part. So it looks like there's only the back of the mag. And to make it look like it's actually going in there, I'm just going to erase a little bit of the rocket launcher. And we have to make it look like there is an actual slot. So let's add an actual slot. There, that looks better. Way better. And I think we could just use this as this first sprite. Maybe I can add a few more things that I want. But in there I can just pause this video. So I'm back, and here's what the rocket launcher looks like. Do you like it? But this was not an art tutorial, so I'm sorry I didn't show all this, but this is more of creativity and how to actually make it work. So the next step is to make it replace the original sprite by what I did was overriding that. And here it is. Ta-da! Now let's make the next sprite. To make it look like it is actually firing the rocket, I'm gonna reopen. Actually, no. Let me think about what I'm gonna do quickly. Okay. So I'm gonna merge these layers down, and this perspective change tool, with it I'm gonna drag this down, these edges, and maybe even in to make it look like the recoil is pushing upward. Move it a little back. And of course move the mag down with it. Maybe I moved it back too much, because I'm gonna improve these animations. So I'm just gonna move it back in this sprite and only do a little bit of upward rotation. Very little bit, that is. Over here I'm just gonna move the magazine back. And then to make it look like the rocket's about to be fired, I'm gonna set the color to black and use a harder brush and paint a gap over there. Maybe we could make it a little brighter and paint it with a lower opacity. I'm just gonna turn that down and paint here. Actually, we should add a fire because the rocket is being propelled, of course. So I'm gonna start off by adding a yellowish white and turn it down a bit. Add here a flame, or the start of a flame, and then I'm gonna continue drawing the flame. This part I think I could show, because maybe you can learn a little bit instead of just see it. Lightning only will not change the details, but it'll brighten them with that color. I'm gonna set it to a reddish now, reddish color, and maybe we can make it look as if it is melting a little bit over here, or just scorching. But I just realized an error. What happened to these? I think I'm gonna quickly pause the video for that.